With Mass Effect Andromeda out and the story of Mass Effect as a whole relatively done for what we can assume is an extended period of time, we as a channel thought it would be interesting to look back at the story of this game series and chronicle the moments that made it one of the best stories in gaming. Hi, this is Rima from Odyssey Gaming, and today I'll be bringing you Mass Effect The Journey, a concise but more detailed oriented look at the entire series of Mass Effect compared to our story so far video. There may be some small details missing, such as DLC and side missions, but with that, here we go, and please be aware of a lot of spoilers ahead. Set in the year 2183, humanity is the latest species to take to the stars and join other alien races such as the Turians, Salarians, and Asari. Due to the discovery of ancient technology left by a forgotten race of aliens known as the Protheans, humans have advanced much quicker than expected, and not only has this led to conflict with the other species, but has left humans to prove that they are ready for the big leagues. Cut to Commander Shepard, a male or female soldier in the Earth's Alliance, on board the SSV Normandy, a high-tech stealth ship with Turian guns and a kick-ass name. Shepard and their crew have been assigned to escort Turian Spectre Nihilus to Eden Prime to gather a Prothean artifact, which turns out to be a rescue mission when the colony comes under attack by some robotic creatures known as the Geth. Once the Normandy reaches Eden Prime, they discover that another Spectre called Saren is the one commanding the Geth. He kills Nihilus, activates the Prothean artifact, and then bugs out. On the way, Shepard and teammate Cayde and Alenko come across Marine Ashley Williams and end up missing Saren, but not before seeing his squid-like ship and stumbling upon the beacon themselves. This in turn leads Shepard to gain some freaky and, shall we say, messed up visions about the destruction of the Protheans at the hands of an ancient alien race known as the Reapers. Eerie, I know. Now, with the knowledge that this super race of evil bad guys are on their way, Shepard goes to the Council to let them know what's up. And I should say the Council are a bunch of politicians that sit in the highest seat of power in the galaxy, a super advanced space station known as the Citadel. And the Council tend to act more of a hindrance to Shepard than a help. Anyway, after getting rejected for being quote-unquote too paranoid, Shepard aims to get some proof, and after running around the Citadel doing errands, riding on some very slow elevators, Shepard does get the proof and 3 new teammates. Garrus Vakarian, a disgruntled C-Sec officer and all-round future best friend, Tali, an adorable Quarian and tech expert, and Rex, your personal Krogan battle tank. The Council agrees that Saren needs to be stopped, and Shepard becomes the first human Spectre, a massive milestone for humanity. With this, the team gathers and starts space adventuring. First objective is to find Saren's companion Matriarch Benezia, a seriously loyal and well-respected Asari. This leads them to finding her daughter Liara Tassoni instead, a biotic master and Prothean expert. Liara joins the team, cozies up to Shepard, and strikes up jealousy in either Cayde or Ashley respectively, and leads to finding her mother among another old race in the past, the Rachni. Boss battle later, Benezia struggles to break control Saren has over her, and she dies, but not before revealing what she knows. Shepard deals with the Rachni problem, which may or may not lead to consequences in later games, and they head off again. Finally catching up to Saren on Virmire, where he's planning to make a Krogan clone army, possibly overcoming the genophage, a disease which was created to somewhat sterilize the Krogan people, all so he can get them to work for him and the Reapers. Before fighting Saren, Shepard has to talk down Rex and blow up the factory. Shepard even manages to talk to Sovereign, thought to be the huge ship, which turns out to be an actually huge Reaper. He talks about annihilation and the inevitable destruction of all life in the galaxy. Shepard knows what has to be done. Virmire has to be destroyed and Saren needs to be stopped. Shepard has a showdown with a brainwashed Saren and has to leave either Cayde or Ashley behind to die on Virmire to set off a giant bomb, and the crew leave Virmire to chase Saren to Ilos. While mourning the loss of their teammate, Shepard can take the relationship with either Cayde or Ashley or Liara to the next level, prompting that good old manslayer quote,
"We're bang, okay?"
Back to their duties, Shepard and the crew land on Ilos, where they have a very meaningful chat with Vigil, a Prothean virtual intelligence. He tells them about the Protheans, the Reapers, and how the Reapers are massive killjoys. You see, every 50,000 years the Reapers come along and destroy all advanced living life in the galaxy, resetting the universe only to do it again. He also explains more about the Conduit. The conduit is located on Ilos and is a channel directly to the Citadel, where Saren can turn it into a big mass relay which can allow other Reapers to come into their galaxy from dark space. As the Alliance and the Council fleets form up to fight Sovereign, Shepard and the team make it to Saren and manage to stop him, but not before he transforms into a Reaper hybrid himself. Lots of explosions later, Shepard has managed to stop Sovereign and Saren before they can actually summon more Reapers. Now Shepard's left with the knowledge that there are more Reapers out there, and their fate might not be so different from the Protheans if something isn't done soon. Months after the incidents of Mass Effect 1, Shepard and the Normandy are on a routine patrol on the fringes of the Terminus system when they stumble upon a mysterious ship and things go topsy-turvy and the Normandy ends up being destroyed and Shepard gets blasted into space. 2 years later, Shepard wakes up in a Cerberus base and is introduced to new characters Jacob Taylor, an ex-Alliance soldier, and Miranda Lawson, a smart and fiercely loyal Cerberus operative. The base is under attack from its own security, and before Shepard can get any answers, they shoot their way through the mechs and are on their way to meet the elusive man, the mysterious, robotic-eyed, smoking, Martin Sheen-sounding leader of the pro-human splinter group. The elusive man explains that someone's been messing with the human colonies in the Terminus systems, and he suspects that the Reapers are involved. Shepard reluctantly agrees to cooperate with Cerberus, and they make their way to the colony of Freedom's Progress. At Freedom's Progress, Shepard, Miranda, and Jacob find no colonists and no Reapers, but they do find a bunch of Quarians, including your old buddy Tali, and a very stressed out Quarian named Vitor. He shows you footage of a bunch of aliens called Collectors kidnapping the colonists. Shepard returns with this knowledge to the elusive man, who in turn rewards you with a new and improved Normandy piloted by your old friend Joker, and dossiers for some folk he believes may be vital to your mission. After introducing yourself to all the new faces, including your ship's AI Edie, you make your way to Omega, the Mos Eisley of this galaxy.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
There you meet Omega's big boss, Arya T'Loak, and recruit Salarian mad scientist Mordin Solus and your old friend Garrus, who's been going under the alias Archangel for the last few years. Along the way, you gather other members of your Avenger squad, such as test tube baby Krogan Grunt, biotic badass and all-round bad girl Jack, and possibly DLC characters such as Master Thief Kasumi Goto and mercenary for hire Zaid Masani. Then the team head to Horizon, a colony in the middle of a Collector attack. There you manage to fight off the Collectors and save the colony, but not before most of the colony is abducted, and you get a good look at the Collector ship and the creepy Collectors themselves. You also get to run into a very pissed off old friend, either Caden or Ashley, whoever you decided to save on Vermeer. After this bittersweet mission, the crew focus on building their team and picking up more faces along the way, such as Thane Krios, a Drell assassin and snazzy dresser, Samara, an Asari Justicar whose regal demeanour is almost as impressive as her biotic power, and Tali, who finally decides to rejoin the crew. After a series of loyalty missions, settling disputes within the crew, and meeting other old faces throughout the game and DLC, Shepard and co are tasked with investigating a Collector ship that was seemingly left defenseless once attacked by a Turian ship. Screams a trap? Well, it was. After lurking around the really eerily quiet ship, they discover a plot twist, that the Collectors, are you ready for it? The Collectors are actually the Protheans from long ago. Those same unlucky bastards that were supposedly killed off by the Reapers a cycle ago were actually instead transformed into mindless slaves. After learning all this information, the team are then ambushed, but actually manage to make a tight escape and then decide to make their next move. The next step is to collect a Reaper IFF, which can be found in a downed Reaper that is attached to a Cerberus base. This IFF, according to the elusive man, will allow them to travel through the Omega-4 relay, a mass relay that will lead to the Collector base and God knows where else, because no one has ever made back the return journey. Shep and their team board the base, fight through waves of Reaper husks, Collectors, and find the IFF, as well as a rather unique Geth unit who saves their skin. IFF and Geth in tow, they get back on board the Normandy, and back on board, Shepard has their own little powwow with this new passenger, and deem this Geth a little different than those jerks that caused so much havoc in Eden Prime 2 years ago, namely that it actually wants to destroy the Reapers as much as Shepard does. Legion, as it gets named, joins the crew and the team head for the endgame. However, before you can set off on your final mission, the primary team seem to take some form of space holiday and leave the crew of the Normandy alone to get attacked by the Collectors. As they board and start kidnapping your entire crew, Joker, along with the help of Edie, manage to secure the ship, but not before the entire crew is taken. Back on board, Shepard and the team prepare to go through the Omega-4 relay to rescue their crew, kick some Collector ass, and they do, after Shepard gets lucky with their choice of romantic partner. As they make their way through the Omega-4 relay, the Normandy is put through its paces, and depending on how many upgrades you got, some teammates may end up kicking the bucket along the way. Once on board the Collector base, you play the game of who will die next as you make some critical choices. Eventually, after you've bitten all your nails off with the stress, you make it to your crew and the Horizon colonists, who start liquefying in front of you. Depending on your decisions, you manage to save your crew and then take a team of 3 to the central chamber where you will face a giant human Reaper. These maniacs have been liquefying people and using them to grow a giant proto-Reaper. Boss battle later, you manage to destroy the thing and get set to destroy the base, but not before your pal the Elusive Man proposes you don't, and that you hand it over to Cerberus for science. Renegade or Paragon option later, you escape the base and head to the Normandy, turning your back on Cerberus and getting ready to prepare for your next challenge. And the Reaper as well, Harbinger, the big bad Reaper who was manipulating the Collectors the entire time, lets go of his control and prepares for the invasion to end all invasions. When we return to the Mass Effect universe, this time we find Commander Shepard in a detention center due to either the fact they were out kicking ass under Cerberus banners, or due to some questionable actions in Mass Effect 2 DLC Arrival. Meanwhile, the people of Earth find out about the Reapers and that they're about to invade literally moments before it happens. Shepard gets called into an Alliance meeting to help prepare for the invasion, but before Shepard can even get settled in, the Reapers descend onto Earth and start destroying everything. With Vancouver being destroyed all around them, Shepard and Admiral Anderson, your mentor, try to make their way through the collapsing city, through Reaper forces, and to the Normandy. Finally managing to get to the Normandy, Anderson tells Shepard that he's staying on Earth to stick in the fight, and that Shepard is needed out there, gathering all the help they can get from the Council races. With Earth left behind, Admiral Hackett requests that Shepard goes to Mars, where there is a research station that houses both your old friend Liara, but also a Prothean ruin that may prove to be useful. With either Caden or Ashley and a very reluctant new squadmate, Muscleman James Vega, in tow, Shepard lands on Mars. To make things difficult, this research base is also under attack by Cerberus. The team make their way through the base and find Liara, who explains that there is a pretty important beacon on this base, and it may lead to a blueprint for a super weapon that could defeat the Reapers. However, waiting for them at the beacon is a pretty unreasonable Elusive Man, who tries to convince Shepard that the Reapers need to be controlled, compared to the rest of the galaxy's stance that maybe they need to be destroyed, and quickly at that too. With the argument going nowhere, the Elusive Man orders his double agent, Dr. Eva Corey, inside the base to steal the data and escape. Shepard chases after Dr. Eva, but it looks like she's about to get away in a Cerberus shuttle when, BAM! James slams to the shuttle with your own, destroying it. In the confusion, the team don't notice the robotic shell of Dr. Eva emerging from the crash like a Terminator. Shepard watches in horror as Caden or Ashley gets brutally attacked, and then it turns its attention to you. Shepard disables the mech, the team grab it, their downed teammate, and head to the Council for help and medical attention. On the Citadel, the Council are of little help, as usual, claiming they can't use any of the resources to help Earth fend off the Reapers, and with Caden or Ashley hanging on to life in the hospital, Shepard isn't really having a good time. But things aren't completely bleak. The Turian Councillor strongly suggests that if you rescue their Primarch, basically the leader of their people, the Turians will be more inclined to divert some of their massive military strength to help with the construction of the Crucible, the secret and mysterious superweapon whose plans were discovered on Mars. With little choice, Shepard heads to the moon orbiting Palaven, the destroyed Turian homeworld. There, Shepard meets up with best friend Garrus and picks up Primarch Adrian Victus. It's an awesome name, I know. Victus is very reluctant to leave his people to deal with negotiation, but agrees to help Earth and the Crucible if Shepard can get the Krogans to help the Turian people first. Now, Shepard has a tall order in front of them. The Krogans still have a grudge against the entire galaxy for basically sterilizing them with the genophage. However, they decide to agree to talk, and if you manage to keep them alive, they will be led by your old friend Erdnot Rex. Rex claims that he wants a cure for the genophage, and the Solarians may have a key, fertile females that they've been hiding. Angering the Solarians, Shepard agrees to retrieve the females and heads to Surkesh. There, meeting Mord and Solace, they manage to rescue a single female and head to Chachanka, the Krogan homeworld, to disperse the cure for the genophage, and take down a Reaper with the help of the mother of all Threshermaws. Still determined to undermine the cure, the Solarian leader tries to bribe Shepard with the promise of Solarian forces to sabotage the cure. Renegade Shepard can take this bribe, betraying the entire Krogan people and Morden, but Paragon Shepard reveals deception, allowing Morden to intervene, sacrificing his life in a moment that shakes both Shepard and most likely the player to the core, but ensuring the future for the Krogan people and a new alliance between the Krogan and the Turians, and of course more forces for the Crucible project. Before Shepard can even celebrate, the Normandy are alerted to a possible incident on the Citadel. Cerberus have infiltrated the station and are killing everyone, and someone on the inside is involved. The team tried to make their way to the council with the help of Commander Bailey, C-Sec security chief, and now your very sick but loyal old teammate Thane Krios. On the way to the council, the team encounter a Cerberus assassin, Kai Lang, who tries to assassinate the Solarian councillor, but is stopped by Shepard and Thane, escaping but not before fatally injuring Thane. Finally reaching the council, it's revealed that human councillor Adina has been working with Cerberus and is about to serve the council to them. And the only thing stopping you from beating him is Caden or Ashley, who is now a Spectre and is still pretty distrusting of Shepard. Depending on how you've managed to build this relationship, Caden or Ashley can end up dead, or siding with you, and Adina ends up dead. Cerberus is driven away and Kai Lang escapes before Shepard can get any answers, but before departing the Citadel, Shepard bids a touching farewell to Thane as he dies in Hurta Memorial. Next step, get the Quarian fleet on your side. Unluckily for Shepard, the Quarians have decided at this time to retake their home of Rannoch from the Geth, leading to all-out war. Tali and the Quarian people want your help, and you do, with the help of Legion, who is returned to Rannoch to secure his people's freedom from the Reapers. Things can go good, bad, or really bad here, and depending on decisions you made, you take down another Reaper and then decide to help either the Geth and Legion, or Tali and the Quarians, or if you play your cards right, you can resolve the conflict altogether and get them to work together. However, in each circumstance, you have to say goodbye to a companion forever. With a new fleet on your side, you need to find the last missing piece of the Crucible puzzle, the Catalyst, some mysterious jigsaw piece that apparently gets the entire weapon working, and the Asari Councillor thinks she knows where you should look, a temple on Thessia, the Asari homeworld. Now this place is overrun with Reapers, and you make your way through waves of enemy and see the destruction of this beautiful planet firsthand. At the temple, the team discover another Prothean artifact and a Prothean VI who begins to explain what the Catalyst is, and there they are interrupted by Kai Lang, who manages to kick your ass and escape with the VI as Thessia falls. Shepard has lost all hope at this point, but the team finally managed to track Kai Lang to Horizon, a familiar planet from Mass Effect 2, where a refugee center called Sanctuary exists. However, when they land, things are not what they seem, and as they discover its awful secret, Shepard encounters Cerberus, Miranda Lawson, her sister, and her father, and of course, Reapers. Shepard helps Miranda take down her father, and in return, she helps you find the elusive man's base. This is the start of the endgame, so you make sure you've done all the side missions and DLC, and watch as Shepard has their final tender moment with their love interest, and then prepares for the assault on Cerberus. At this point, they do not find the elusive man, but they find Kai Lang, who tries to kill Shepard once and for all, failing, and of course the Prothean VI that they stole. It's revealed that actually the Citadel is the catalyst they've been looking for, and once it interlocks with the Crucible, it will activate the weapon. However, now the only way to get to the Citadel is a portal that's now being controlled by the Reapers of Earth, so it looks like we're going back home. On the destroyed streets of London, Shepard gets to say goodbye to all their past and present teammates, and makes their way to the portal, which is in line of sight of Harbinger. This is the final push that takes everything Shepard has, and along with the Earth forces, including Admiral Anderson and some of your team, you run towards the portal, trying to avoid the onslaught of Reaper beams, and as you think you're about to make it, Shepard gets a direct hit. With every last breath, Shepard struggles and stumbles into the portal, sending them to the Citadel, which has now been transformed. Inside, filled with corpses, Shepard reunites with Anderson, who's made his way inside too, only to encounter the elusive man. The elusive man has been completely transformed into an indoctrinated semi-husk who holds both you and Anderson at gunpoint. Shepard pleads with the elusive man to see reason, and if you get through to him, he realizes what he's become, and that's what he hates the most, a tool for the Reapers, and he eventually turns the gun on himself. With barely any life left, Shepard and Anderson gaze upon the galaxy's combined fleet and contemplate their journey so far. How did they get there? Anderson shows his pride in Shepard before passing away, and as you say goodbye to your mentor, you activate the Crucible. Standing in front of Shepard is the Light Child, who explains that they created the Reapers to help bring order to the chaos that is a never-ending cycle of conflict between the organics and synthetic races, but explains that they recognize that this method of control has taken a turn for the worse. This being then gives Shepard a choice of 3 options to stopping the Reapers. 1. Destroy all artificial life, including the Reapers and other AI such as EDI, rendering technology useless and ending the conflict temporarily. 2. Control all synthetic life, bending the will of the Reapers to Shepard's will. Or 3. Merge all synthetic and organic life into one, creating a synthesis of both and allowing life to evolve into a new form. Whichever you pick, the Reapers are stopped, and Shepard is most likely lost, sacrificing their life for the lives of the galaxy. You get to watch as you see the consequences of your choices and lives you change as your crew say goodbye to you forever. You get to know that Shepard was truly a hero that saved the galaxy and possibly preserved it for whoever or whatever is left in the future. Meanwhile, while the events of the Reaper War occur in the Milky Way galaxy, an entire different timeline of events is occurring in the Andromeda galaxy. Turn back to 2185, the privately funded Andromeda Initiative launches their massive expedition to the Andromeda Galaxy in the hopes of furthering the reach of civilization past the barriers of the Milky Way. Comprising of 4 arcs housing the Asari, the Solarians, Turians, humans and Krogans at the base of the Nexus, the expedition launches only to find themselves in hot water when they finally arrive in Andromeda centuries later in 2818. This time you find yourselves in the boots of one of the Ryder twins, either Sarah or Scott. Part of their father's Pathfinder team, young Ryder is expecting to explore and find adventure while following their father's lead in this new galaxy. However, everything goes wrong pretty quickly when they reach Andromeda. They finally awake after centuries of being in cryostasis for only a few moments until they find that the human Ark of Hyperion is caught in some form of anomaly that sees the Ark suffering significant damage, and they end up seeing their twin getting gravely hurt. Then Ryder makes their way to a nearby unstable planet that would have been humanity's new home, termed Habitat 7, with the Pathfinder team, an elite team tasked with paving civilization's way in this new alien environment. Ryder joins their Pathfinder father Alec Ryder, his second-in-charge and huntress Cora Harper, idealist and crisis response expert Liam Costa, and various other human teammates. What they find on this planet is a hostile and mysterious alien race later revealed to be the Ket, unstable weather, and ancient technology that controls this unusual anomaly trapping the Hyperion. Alec manages to interface with this tech using his AI companion Sam, freeing the Ark and starting to stabilize the planet. As the team finally breathe easy, tragedy strikes and Alec is killed, saving his child. Young Ryder wakes up losing their father, but gaining the responsibility of being the new Pathfinder, bestowed the honour by their father, who's transferred not only their title but also Sam, who becomes one with your protagonist, who not only gives you some snazzy new abilities, but also some troubling implications of what having your mind linked with an AI could mean. What follows is a story of young Sarah or Scott Ryder trying to live up to the big hole left by their father, becoming a Pathfinder and trying to create a path for the new visitors in the Andromeda Galaxy. Believing this mysterious tech that they found in Habitat 7 would be the best way to clear the mysterious anomalies known as the Scourge and make worlds habitable, Ryder decides to try and unlock the secrets of this tech that was left behind by an ancient alien race only known as the Remnant. This puts him at odds with the alien race known as the Ket, and their leader, the Archon, who's also fascinated with this tech and is determined to conquer this cluster. Traveling from world to world, Ryder manages to assemble a small team of elite members, including Cora Harper, Liam Costa, Turian smuggler Vetronix, veteran Krogan soldier Nakmor Drak, and archaeologist and so-called Remnant expert Peavy. While trying to colonize worlds and unlocking Remnant vaults to stabilize these worlds, as well as one-up the Ket all the while, Ryder encounters the Angara, a native alien race to the Helios cluster who have been fighting the Ket's slow invasion of their homes. While gaining their trust and a new teammate in the form of marksman Jal Amadarav, Ryder learns that each of these vaults that they've been encountering on the various planets is a connected system of terraforming engines that can individually make these worlds habitable. but they can also all be activated by a master switch of sorts on a remnant structure known as Meridian. Meridian is also something that the Archon has been also racing to get. As Ryder and the Archon both race to Meridian, the Archon's interest in both Ryder and their AI, Sam, also increases, especially due to their ability to interact with this tech. At the same time, Ryder also discovers some startling secrets about the Angara. Firstly, the Ket have not only been kidnapping them, but also turning them into Ket soldiers by quote-unquote exalting them. They also learn that the Angara were originally created synthetically by their Jardan, the alien architects of the Remnant technology. As well as the main story arcs, you also get to establish relationships with your teammates through various loyalty missions and side missions. And speaking of side missions, Andromeda has much more of a focus on family relations who came with you, such as your comatose sibling and your father Alec Ryder, whose memories are being shared with you via his and now your AI, Sam. These memories let you delve more into Alec's motivations and some of the mysteries of the Andromeda Initiative. Anywho, back to the main plot. As Ryder and Archon both discover the location of Meridian, Archon manages to sever the link between you and Sam, crippling you and kidnapping your sibling in order to use Sam to interface with Meridian, and control Meridian to control all the Remnant tech. Ryder, their crew, the Andromeda Initiative, and all the other allies they've gathered make a final assault on Meridian, and have a final boss battle with Archon, freeing their sibling and breaking Ket control in the system, as well as preventing the Archon from gaining full control of all the Remnant tech via Meridian. This marks the end of the game, and a new chapter for the Andromeda Initiative, who have countless new habitable worlds to explore and colonize, as well as new allies in the Angara to settle these worlds with. So that's a more detailed look at the entire series of events for Mass Effect, from meeting Commander Shepard on the Normandy to defeating the Archon on Meridian. It was interesting to take a look back at the entire series and look at the moments that we got to enjoy so much as gamers. Hopefully you guys managed to stick through this very long video till the end, and for those of you who did, please let us know what you thought in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please share this video to help the channel grow. And if you'd like similar videos on other game series, let us know in the comments below. Much thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.